Maayong hapon, afternoon. Welcome to Our Mindanao Dream. Today's topic of discussion is cultural differences that we've experienced since Pearl was in the U.S. and now that I'm here in the Philippines. So, Pearl, what would you consider one of your culture differences, culture shocks, when you first came to the U.S.?
Okay, way back, I went to the U.S.
2007.
2007. So my first culture shock when I went there is toilet paper. I remember we went to the grocery store. You bought a whole bunch of toilet paper.
We went to Costco, and Costco you can buy like I don't know how many is in the bag of toilet paper, but it's quite a bit.
And I was just new. Maybe I was just maybe a few days. And we went to the store because I kept thinking in my mind that why the heck he needs that much of a toilet paper? And later on, I found out that that's what you guys use when you do number 2.
Hugasin mo lubot.
Yeah. And I can't get around or in the top of my head that that scenario of just when you poop, you just smeared around your poop with your toilet paper, but still there, still
there,
smelling bowl. I was thinking we're already together, and at first I got in the States, and I kept thinking I can't live with that way of living. And so I told him, and I opened up with him about that's not what we do in the Philippines, and I don't like sharing a bed with someone that has a dirty butt. And so,
a stinky ass.
And so I told him about our way of cleaning after you poop, and I was shocked and that he was very open with it, that he was even willing to be taught. And he said, then how you do it then if you wash your butt with water? Said, so in a few weeks I have to show him how to do it. You have to be flexible and then reach your back. Well, that back then there's no bidet. Even in the US there's no bidet.
Yeah, well, the house that we were renting, there was no bidet. So, and when they didn't have a kabot or a tabo,
there's no
so you had to use a bottle that was from a Gatorade or something like that.
So I came up with the idea of the empty water bottle. Okay, there's no kabut here, there's no bidet. So you just fill up the empty bottle, plastic bottle with water, and then you reach your back and wash your butt with soap. And then after you feel clean, and you dry it with whatever you want, towel or toilet paper. And so the problem is he wasn't flexible to do that. How I do it? So
It wasn't that I wasn't flexible. It's just that I'd never
you've never done
that before.
And so for a few weeks I've been washing his butt to demonstrate how to do it.
It's like, Mama, I'm done. like Sam is now.
And so he was very teachable. He was willing to change his ways of doing things like that.
Oh my gosh.
And I was so I teach him how to do it, wash his butt. And since then, all our marriage years, that's what you've been doing, and you've been accustomed to it. And now
then even after we got to living in that trailer for it had a bidet in it.
Luckily, when we live in a trailer, we have a bidet.
Yeah.
It's already set and so that was very easy.
Share the moment in Papa's office.
He asked me, what do I do when we go somewhere? Like, I need to do number 2, like malls or public places, or even in your work area. So I told them about just bring us an empty bottle, and when you need to do it, just do what you do at the house. Diba?
Yeah.
So how you like it? After doing that for
Well, now
many years.
we even saw a video not too long ago. This guy had a balloon and had the end of it was crumpled up a little bit so it looked like a butt. And he took some paper and he wiped it, and he was done. And you could still see something there. Then he took a bidet, sprayed the balloon, and it was all gone. And it's just like, why didn't the culture there is all ass backwards? Why did we all, for all this time, years, just know you just wipe your ass with some paper and think you're done? So it wasn't hard to see the logic in using a Kabul or bidet once we got here.
So what do you feel after doing that? You feel clean?
Feel fresh.
Isn't it much better?
It is.
So
And just a little side note here. Back in COVID, the pandemic, and we were already over here, and all of a sudden there was the fear of everything there. We're running out of toilet paper, and we're over here saying, "What for?"
we don't need toilet paper.
We don't need to. Who needs stinking toilet paper?
So you've been accustomed of doing that way, a Filipino way.
Yeah, I was accustomed to that before we came over here.
Yeah. So I've already teach him ways that Filipino does.
The thing is, I wasn't ready to do it myself. She would do it for a little while, and just to say, this is how it's done, and sort of enjoyed that.
True story. One time I went to Charlie's office at his workplace, and then I saw this Gatorade empty bottle. It's just sitting in the side of his office table
Desk.
on your desk. There was no lid. There's no lid, so I was wondering why he has this empty, but I forgot about that stuff. So anyway, as I was roaming around his office and I saw this empty Gatorade bottle, and I kind of liked the shape of the Gatorade bottle, so I was like sniffing it.
It conforms to the hand just right.
Yeah, there was no. I didn't know that it was a Gatorade bottle because there was no label. I didn't know what it was, so I kept smelling it. What was the
Inside
the
of it?
content?
Yeah, before.
The liquid content inside of it before it was empty. So I kept sniffing the opening.
Yeah.
The opening of the bottle, and then he looked at me like
Laughing.
laughing. So I said, "What are you laughing about?" I said, "What's this for?" That's my
Labot bottle. Oh, of course, she said,
That's my butt
this
bottle."
smells good.
Oh yeah, I was doing like so what's this empty bottle for? I said, and I kept smelling it. It smells pretty decent.
She said it smelled good.
So he said it was his
Labot bottle.
Labot bottle. Labot is butt bottle. That's what he does. So what he does is when he needs to go to the CR in the bathroom, because it's a public bathroom for all the workers, he bring that bottle and then wash his butt.
Well, the thing is, I had to take the bottle back with me because I would get a bottle, I would use it, but I would leave it in the CR there because under the sink there's some drawers off the side, so I just leave it in the bottom drawer. And I'd always be it'd be a time that I didn't check, that I go and open up the drawer and the bottle would be gone. The janitors would take it and clean it and throw it away or whatever the deal was.
So every time you go poop,
so every
you
time
have to
I'd have to go and get myself another bottle. So that's why I just got a bottle and I kept it with me, took it back up to the office, and
so every time
and
you
Pearl
take
was
it
nice
back.
enough to sniff it for me.
I didn't know that's what you were doing. So I thought what you've been doing is just you stash the bottle underneath the sink of the public CR. So
I used to.
now I know. So he was like laughing so hard because I was sniffing his butt bottle. That was one of my culture shock for me, is they use a toilet paper, but luckily my husband is open for ideas of Filipino way of washing your butt. So he's able to learn it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's feeling good doing it. So when we go to, like here in the Philippines, we go to the mall. Sometimes the mall here,
They don't have kobol. They don't have bidet.
bidet. So what do?
Wet wipe.
With and then when you get to the hotel, you wash
I wash my little butt.
your butt right away.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't stand the feeling of still there.
Not being totally clean.
Yeah. So that was my first culture shock. So my second culture shock is the Christmas, because I always keep wondering why Christmas there is so stressful, where people are busy buying presents for families. Well, I didn't know that on the 25th there is always an opening presents, which we don't do that here in the Philippines. So it was a big culture shock for me that you have to buy presents or gifts to every family member so that can open presents on the 25th.
Well, lucky we didn't have that many family members. There was Darren and Mom.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, and Dad for a little bit.
Well, we have to buy for your
Daughters.
and your granddaughter. The third one is I was surprised, very surprised of how people are very open there. Like, not like here in the Philippines, we're pretty much all polite of what we really want to say. Sometimes we sugarcoat it, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to hurt people's feelings. There, they don't like you, they will tell you, I don't like you, or say it in a different way, but still showing their displeasure. And it was at first it was very hard for me to adjust, because there might be some well, I didn't have that much encounter of people telling about their displeasure with me, but I witnessed it with my other coworkers. They say each other what they dislike with each other, but then and the other thing is they dislike with each other. They say things frankly, but then later on they're okay. It's like you guys, they were arguing. I can't fathom the idea of I witnessed two person arguing with each other, and then the minute later they're talking to each other as if nothing happened.
Well, okay, Pearl is still that way. and they call it tempo. You get upset, mad at somebody, you can be mad for an hour, few hours, days, weeks, whereas you don't talk to that person. It's like, okay, get over it, that happened. Let's move on. No, we can't move on yet.
I can't just talk right now with the person I'm upset with.
Well, it's not right over, but you can be even hours or days.
Well, not like them. The people there in the U.S. they just argue. A minute later, they're talking as if nothing happens. How could you do that? I can't do that. I have to think, or I don't know. I can't move on that quickly, and they seem to move on quickly in that scenario there in the U.S. So those are the top of my head. Those are my three culture shock for me.
Yeah.
What was your culture shock?
Well, first one.
Because when you were here, when we got married, you were coming here every 2 years.
Right.
And so
a lot of the cultures that are inherent here, I was already
before you came here.
Yeah, I knew of them.
But then when you got here, as in living here and staying here, so what was your biggest culture shock?
Well, the first one.
Was it still there, culture shock for you?
Yeah, it was the Christmas here, because every time we visit, it was March, July. I think the latest I came here was like was August or September, and but when I got here in July, and then got straight through that September through December, the Burr months is Christmas. I mean, September 1, the malls are decked out in Christmas.
Yes.
Until probably after I don't remember if they shut down, probably around the beginning of the year, they take them down. So that was one part of the culture shock for Christmas. And the other is, like Pearl was mentioning, the gift exchange. Here, there's not a gift exchange. There's more or less a food exchange. And you stay up Christmas Eve till midnight cooking, and then you eat and stuff yourself and then try and go to sleep for Christmas morning, and then do it all over again Christmas morning when you get up. So that was one of the culture shocks that I hear was there's not so much a gift exchange. It's
more like food, getting together as family.
More like food. And Pearl's also mentioned, and unfortunately it's true, is you go to weddings, you go to parties, you go to any type of gatherings in the States. Finger food, snack, maybe a relish tray, things like that, and some pop and soda and alcohol, beer. Here, it's a full-blown buffet.
Yeah,
I mean,
of
food. You got rice, you got lechumbabwe, you have kinilaw, you have adobo, you have afritada, you have calderita, you have so many string bean adobo. You got so many different foods that it's like.
Yeah, that was another of my culture shock that I forgot to mention there. That going to weddings there, going to birthday parties there, it was all finger food. I remember our wedding in the U.S. Because we had our wedding in the U.S. and it was just all finger food. It was just like cheese,
crackers. There was a cake, but
the biggest food there is the cake, but it was just, and then little sausages, salad, It's like I was thinking, how cheap ass this is.
She didn't tell me that. Just saying that, thinking that to herself.
I said, dang, this is how they celebrate their occasion, like weddings, birthdays. For you here too.
Yeah.
You were shocked. It was like a full-blown
Feast.
feast. Even a birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just not only Christmas, but for birthdays, you go somewhere. Everybody contributes. Everybody will bring some food. But I mean, there's a lot of food. People take food home after these parties or whatever because there's so much food left over.
So what was another one?
I'm pretty much an introvert myself anyway, but so I don't just strike up conversations with people that I don't know. Here, you'll see it all the time. Just recently we had gone to Bogat Cold Springs in Marable, and we were in the water having fun, and all of a sudden Nalanglang, Mong Robert's wife, she goes and sits next to this lady and just starts talking. And I go to Pearl, does she know her? No. Well, what in the heck are they talking about then? What kind of conversation can they be having if they're just perfect strangers? So that was just one instance. I've seen it several times. If we're going on a excursion or somewhere on the boat, and also there'll be somebody else that is going on this excursion as well, and they just happen to be going to the same place. All of a sudden, somebody from our group will just start up a conversation with them, just like they knew them for years. So, no, I have not adapted to that. That's not one of the things that I'm going to be able to do.
Well, I couldn't fathom that. Why is it a culture shock for you? Total stranger talking to each other. Is it not like that?
No.
I've been there for 12 years, but I didn't know that it wasn't like that.
Well, did you ever see that? No.
No.
Okay, you don't see that.
I never.
No, it's basically
think of that.
no. It's people just, if you don't know each other, there might be a hi, or passing by or something, but you don't just pick up a conversation with somebody. Well, even like when we were in the U.S. and we would go to the grocery store, and Pearl said, I think that lady's Filipino. I said, well, go talk to her. No. And then Pearl does the same thing to me now here. Hey, Charlie, there's a foreigner. Why don't you go talk to him? No. So that culture, for me, it's going to have to stay the way it is.
So
maybe when I get to be older, in my 70s or 80s, and I don't care what people think what I'm saying, maybe I do it then. Then they'll just think I'm a crazy old man.
It's just the way we Filipinos are. There is no even we're total strangers to each other, and we see each other. We still talk. Well, I don't see any shocking to that, but for you it is. But I mean, it's just normal conversation. Where do you live? Are you married? It's like that's one thing. Another thing he said that you guys give too much information.
Oh yeah.
I said there's no such thing here for us as too much information, because we talk about everything here.
Yeah, but there in the
Here.
States there is too much information. She's found that out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe not here, but there
Yeah.
is.
So I guess that's just how we were raised culturally, how we were brought up. We were both from different world or different countries.
Yeah, in different worlds.
we were nurtured differently. So, but at least we were willing to adapt quickly,
Yeah.
and it worked out for us.
Well, we hope we entertained you
what is your culture shock here when you first got here in the Philippines? So let us know. We would love to hear about your culture shock here in the Philippines.
That'll be it. So, from here in the Philippines, Mindanao, Pacific City, Cape Villa, salamat. God bless.
Bye. See you next time.